sets it off on a weekend morn. Dash to the shower, wash off the dirt, then to the closet for a collared shirt. Run to the car like a stud race horse, step on the gas to get to the course. Racing to the first tee, knowing what fun it will be. Soon the starter will call me to the first tee. Find the course, park in the back of the lot. Don't wanna be the victim of an errant shot. Change the shoes, check the clothes once more. Check in at the counter and head to the door. Track down the cart, do the equipment exchange. Step on the gas to get to the range. Racing to the first tee, knowing what fun it will be. Soon the starter will call me to the first tee. The practice shots hurt, will this be my fate? But as the bucket empties, a few go straight onto the practice green, line up some putts. Why do we do this? The game prep is nuts. So much has happened, the game's not begun. Step on the gas to get to one. Racing to the first tee, knowing what fun it will be. Soon the starter will call me to the first tee. To the first tee. To the first tee.
The following is a presentation of Bigg's Media Services.
Are you ready?
Time to play the game!
Bigg's Golf Talk. Golf Talk for golfers.
You want to hear a nice golf joke? Yeah, I should have showed up and watched me play yesterday. I should be put on Chick Galore or something like that. A team named that. Scramblers. That's it. Scramblers, that's a team I should be on. Because I was scrambling for my ball.
There's a golf shot. That's a golf shot.
Hey, when am I going to get the caddy?
The bag is bigger than you.
So?
That white one?
Yeah?
That's the one you're carrying.
Oh, man, that thing's a boat anchor.
I haven't had golf anything since high school.
No, that's you, not me. She likes to enjoy a beverage herself. Is that what you're trying to say?
I might be distracted. That's another story. Golf course and equipment reviews, golf news, guests, and lots of golf humor. When you need to drive for show,
Are you ready?
For
Bigg's Golf Talk.
I'm special.
Yes, you are, with a helmet.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
It is showtime, baby. Here we go. And off to the first tee we go, live from the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's Bigg's Golf Talk. Bigg's Golf Talk is presented by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. You must be 21 years of age to enjoy a great Tito's beverage, and friends don't let friends drive drunk. Bigg's Golf Talk, sponsored in part by ShotScope, Data is Power, Encore Golf, Photo Ball Marker, McNally 22, Ready Putt, and Spider Divot Tools. Connect with Bigg's Golf Talk on the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golf Ball. Subscribe to Bigg's Golf Talk on YouTube. We're available in the iTunes as well. Available in Google Play Music Store, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your smart home devices, including Alexa. Our website is www.biggsgolftalk.com, BIGGS golftalk.com. I am Big John Vick. He is the GolfFather, Bill Cuebas. And, Billy, we are live in Colorado and on tour with the Folds of Honor. And, boy, oh, boy, what a great 2 days it has been so far.
It's been amazing. They had a nice gala. Their first gala last night.
The inaugural.
The inaugural, yes. So
Yes.
it went really well. We heard one of our future guests, Corey Kent White, sing and perform last night, and he refused to let me get up on stage and do a duet with him, but
I don't blame him.
No,
I do not blame him, Corey. You know, I know he's here.
I wanted him to pick the song. I wanted to do Huey Lewis and the News guy with Gwyneth Paltrow, but he was like, "Who's that?"
Hey, he was rocking out some Beatles.
Yeah, he was rocking out stuff, but that's why I found it hard to understand how he didn't know the music. I think he just set me up.
Yeah,
I
don't blame him.
What do you mean you don't blame him?
I don't blame him for setting you up.
I think I sing great.
I defer.
You defer?
Yeah.
I don't defer.
I do not think you sing
I'm going to
good.
sing later on.
No.
Yes.
No, we're going to be too busy of a show.
Okay.
So, Billy, Folds of Honor. You know, we have been all over the country with Folds of Honor. Colorado Patriots chapter certainly doing their job and doing their share and making sure the mission is being shared.
Yeah. They like I said, they did a great event yesterday. They have today at the Broadmoor. We're at live. The contestants, the golfers, are actually here. They're checking in now. I believe we have 120, is it? Yeah. 120, 122, I think it was, golfers. So it's going to be a fun-filled event. We've never been here before. We did see our trophies. We saw the trophies already, and we said we
it actually has our names on them and everything else.
They
so we're all set to go. Everybody's just, they're just out here to hack the ball around. We're going to be just taking first place, and
absolutely
our team is. So.
I got a good eraser, so we're good.
Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be a good time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Got the applause going. Yes, thank you so much. So golf game, beautiful weather. God is good with us on this Monday, on Labor Day Monday. So
bright and sunny.
Yes, and the course is looking beautiful. We have yet to be out there, but later on we're going to find out what the course is all about by having one of the pros on the show to talk about it, the Broadmoor. And yesterday we were at Cheyenne Mountain, and what a nice place that is.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It is. I mean, the scenery from the back porch. They have the fire pit in the back. They got a huge fireplace inside. I mean, the atmosphere is just perfect. The pool, you saw that pool out there?
I did see that pool out there.
God. I wish we
phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It was beautiful. There was a lot of people in there, too.
Absolutely. Well, we had a great night of reverence.
Yes.
And today is fun. And although we will be sharing the mission, but people out here are going to be playing some golf. And like I said, last night was a great night of reverence. And right now we're being joined live here at the booth, at the broadcast booth, the Tito's Vodka broadcast table.
Yep.
And joining us now, he is the chairman of Folds of Honor Colorado Patriots chapter. He is Steve Smith. Steve, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to be here. As our good friend Major Ed would say, what a great day to be in America.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Absolutely.
Hoorah.
Absolutely.
And I want to say, first of all, gentlemen, especially you, Big John, you did a great job for us last night being our MC. And you threw me out of the game, right out of the blocks.
He did, didn't he?
He threw me right out of the game.
He took your thunder.
Yeah, he did.
I warned you.
We had a lot of fun
like
last night.
It was a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, Steve said, so my other life of my umpiring career, and Steve follows me personally on social media as well, so he gets to see all the postings that I have issues with coaches or parents or something like that.
I do.
And so he gets to see the stories that when I get to toss somebody out of the game, eject them out of the game. And he says to me, he goes, Big John, at some point, you got to toss me up on stage out of the game. And I was like, all right. So I was like, when I introduced him on stage to speak, I did it then. And I said, hey, Steve, you're out of here.
But I was gone. I was gone right there.
Yeah.
Kicking and screaming, though. I held up my part.
As it should be. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
He did hold up really well yesterday.
No, we had a great evening last night, gentlemen. It was our first ever inaugural gala. On top of today is our fourth tournament. Our team at the Colorado Patriots has done, this is the 12th one that we've done since 2012. We are really looking forward to having 120 people go out there and dig some holes in the course and have some fun. And we'll talk a little bit about reverence before we go, but we are going to have fun today.
So for those that could not be in a person, and trust me, when you told the story of why the Folds of Honor selected 6 stars on the flag for their logo, we have never heard that story here at Bigg's Golf Talk. I've never heard that story of all of Folds of Honor events I have been to. Share with our listeners why 6 stars are on the flag for the Folds of Honor.
Well, as you heard last night was a very personal story for me. As you guys remember, we dedicated a radio show once to my dad, who had passed away in March.
Yes.
89 half years of age. He was a twice wounded Korean War vet. And I was presenting his flag at his funeral. And on that flag, when it's presented to you, the Folds logo has the 2 and 4 stars. But when it's presented to you, the primary side of the flag is 1 and 3 stars. But as you turn that flag around, you'll see the 2 and the 4 stars. What that means is the front of the flag is 1 and 3. The back of the flag is 2 and 4. The reason why Folds chose the back of the flag is their logo is this. The Folds of Honor Foundation and the incredible family that support it will always have your back. That's why it was chosen. That's why you see the 2 and 4 stars. That's what it indicates. And to me, it means much more. It means everybody loves me, and they're here for me. I was very good at talk. Thank you, John, for letting me talk about that.
Absolutely. And, I speak for Bill the GolfFather Cuebas when I say, we got you, brother.
Got you 6.
Yeah, thanks for teaching us that last night. That was very nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Absolutely. And one thing that we did, and you guys hear each and every week on this show, at the end of the show, we always say, good golf and you matter. And I shared that story with all the people that were at the gala last night, and I actually did an exercise that Ryan Munson taught me. We had everybody stand up and turn to somebody they didn't know, shake their hand, and say those 2 words, you matter. And Bill, it was an amazing, amazing moment. And I got goosebumps just watching everybody do it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people didn't know each other.
Right.
We went there for a common, purpose, and I think it's actually a great way. And I know we sort of adopted it for most of the places that we go, but it's good to meet people that we don't know. And it's who would think 2 words could have such an impact on somebody? You know what I mean? You matter.
Yeah.
And that's coming from somebody that doesn't even know you.
Now, Steve, here in Colorado, it's a big, big military state. You got the United States Air Force Academy here. What does it mean for you to be the chairman of one of the most important foundations, 92 cents of every dollar going to a scholarship? What does that mean to you to be the chairman of the Folds of Honor Colorado Patriots?
Well, the beautiful part now, being a chapter, and my good friend Shayna Quick, who's over here, who's from the New Mexico chapter here visiting. Thank you, Shayna. What we're able to do now is all the money that we will raise here will go directly to the recipients that live here in Colorado.
Exactly.
The last I knew, I think we are about 75 recipients live in the state of Colorado. And awesome. That's good and bad. That means they are a son or a daughter or a husband or a wife of somebody who has either been killed in action or has been seriously wounded. So is it good that we have recipients? Yes and no.
Yes, I agree.
But
double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is.
We're just blessed that we're able to help. And even there, we're still falling short,
right?
As a community, because I believe we left, I think there was 700, recipients last year that we weren't able. I mean, we're crushing it again this year. We know
record
Rite
numbers.
Aid, Rite Aid, stepped up when we were in Oklahoma, and they stepped up with an additional $6 million, which ideally could close the gap. But, I mean, ultimately our goal is to never turn anyone away. So they're out there, and you still see a lot of them don't even know what the Folds is. They don't know anything about the organization. They don't know that they're entitled to it. I think we're doing a great job of getting the word out, but for some odd reason, it's not enough. For somebody to figure it out at a golf course, oh, what's that? How is it the Folds of Honor? Oh, maybe I qualify for that, like Andrew Davis. You know what I mean? You hear of stories like that, and we know that we're falling short of getting the message out. And that's why we do what we do, because we want to get the message out everywhere we go. And
Absolutely.
we have to. We have to. No child or mother or spouse should be left behind.
No family.
No family whatsoever.
Absolutely. You know,
So help us God.
Yep. Major Ed said it well last night when he said no family should be left behind on the field of battle. And one of the things that you said in one of your speech was, and I love it because I actually have a speech about family. And you said the people that were there are family. The people that are supporting the Folds of Honor are family. And the family is helping to support our own.
Absolutely.
And our own are these American families that lost a loved one or has a severely injured loved one that served our country for our freedom.
You know what's been really good? You know, even when we went to Oklahoma back in a couple of months ago, there were kids that are already graduating. And during the ceremony, we had the kids and the recipients that were there for 10 years. Some of them already graduated college and being outstanding Americans and giving back. So now we're getting to a prime age where, you know what, the foes we have that foundation, a solid foundation, and the kids and the spouses that we're helping are now helping to give back. So where they were just give money, now they're giving back to society and in turn giving back to the foes, which gives us the affordability to reach more people and help more people. And that's what it's all about. We need to help those families.
Well, as you've seen, we've all been blessed enough to have met many of the recipients.
Yes.
And they have gone on to actually be the public speaking face.
Yeah.
And when they tell their story to you, well, there's never a dry eye in the house.
No. You had two special friends up yesterday during the gala. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, we've been very blessed the last couple of years to have two Gold Star wives and mothers who lost their husbands defending freedom. One is Kelly Campbell. The other one is my dear friend Colleen Katzenberger. They are all Folds of Honor recipients. They have come out here and told us a very difficult story that they went through. Kelly lost her husband in a horrific helicopter crash. Colleen lost her husband in a firefight in Afghanistan. Between them, left 5 children and single moms.
People. Oh, they're amazing.
The Folds was there, and what we were talking about with family was one of the things that they told me that meant the world to me and helped me get through the loss of my dad was the money was incredibly needed and wanted and grateful, but they were able to join a family of people all around this country, people just like us here, New Mexico, you name it. And they had people to call, some people to lean on. Their kids had maybe a cheeseburger or a meal somewhere.
Right.
And that family came to me and came to me hard. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So, yeah, those ladies, they're my sisters. You
Absolutely.
know?
Steve, I just want to thank you. Steve Smith, thank you so much for being on Bigg's Golf Talk here.
You got to get to work.
You got to get ready.
I got a little work to do here. Yeah. We got about 40 or 50 people here, and it's time to rock and roll. So we're going to go out and have some fun today. We're going to talk a little bit about reverence and opening ceremony, but after that, we're just going to go rock and roll because that's what freedom's all about.
Well, thank you for having us out here today, and we really appreciate it. Coming up next here on Bigg's Golf Talk, we met a young man yesterday who just performed. This guy, I could see Nashville, Opry. He is a phenomenal singer, and he is to join us next here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Corey Ken White to join us next. We'll be right back right after this, live from the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Boxer Shorts, and I've got some big news. Bigg's Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. You can download their app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Bigg's Golf Talk. And make sure while you're there that you favorite us so that you'll know when we're on. Join all the other millions of listeners on iHeartRadio and listen to Bigg's Golf Talk. We're the best. Rye.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is in its 5th season of identifying the best two-person amateur teams in the country. 8 teams and 4 flights in 2 age divisions represent Team USA in a Ryder Cup-style competition with their international counterparts in the King's Cup. We're looking for amateur golfers like you. The King's Cup is played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the King's Cup begins with a local qualifier. Over 100 local qualifiers will be conducted throughout the U.S. beginning in February. By finishing in the top 30% of their local qualifier, teams earn their way into the USGC King's Cup National Qualifier. The USGC is also looking for golf courses to host qualifiers. For information or to search for a local qualifier, the USGC website is www.usgolfchallenge.com.
This is a commercial for golfers. Take the next step to improving your game with ShotScope and discover your strengths and weaknesses. Analyze statistics on your clubs, tee shots, approaches, short game, and putting. ShotScope V2 is the golf watch that combines GPS distances with automatic performance tracking. Once you have it, you won't want to play around without it. Check out ShotScope.com to take your game to the next level.
This is Bigg's Golf Talk with Bigg, John Vick, and Bill the GolfFather Cuebas.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk live in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the Broadmoor. We are here with the Folds of Honor Colorado Patriots shootout, Labor Day weekend. And Billy, special thank you to Stephen Hopkins collection shirts.
Yes.
Folds of Honor shirts, and we are wearing them right now. Also, Shade Headwear, we are ambassadors for.
Yes.
And they provide us with our Bigg's Golf Talk headwear. But Steve Hopkins, also you see in front of the table here at the Tito's Vodka booth, that we have Folds of Honor bags.
Yes.
And the newest versions of the Folds of Honor bag. We encourage you to go to the UFOtourgolf.com and search for the Folds of Honor collection, and you can get this is available actually to the public.
Yeah. Well, they have that. They have head covers. He has all kinds of stuff that actually goes to the Folds. The proceeds from every sale goes to the Folds. The bags are, they're on tour.
Yes.
So you have Fred Funk that's playing. You have Wes Short, who
just won.
Yeah. So I mean, we have a lot of professionals out there, whether they be on the PJ. Gary Woodland, a big Folds guy. But they're all out there. They're all supporting our cause. To see Gary out there and actually winning with the Folds of Honor logo on him and everywhere on his regular bag, it's just an incredible feeling to see the exposure that we're getting out there.
And the good thing about these Folds of Honor bags, and those are here registering right now, if you take a look at these bags, you can see them right in front of the table here. You could get them customized.
Yes.
You could get your name on them and everything else. It's going to take a little longer than usual, like if you were just to order one and have it shipped, but they need some time to customize it if you want it customized.
Yep.
But certainly a great holiday gift idea right now. Just never too early to think about that for a great Christmas gift.
No, Christmas gift, early gift, any gift. Just
hate to mention that word Christmas, but
yeah, but it's a reality. If you do it now, it's actually perfect. Cause,
it gives them time.
Yeah, well, Steve's coming out with a lot of great stuff, and he just keeps putting it out. His heart's in a good place when it comes to the Folds that we know for sure. He wants to help. He's like that with everybody.
Yeah,
I mean, he has a really good heart. He's always trying to help. So we're glad to partner with him, and we were able to buy our bags early in the season. I think we got the first batch of bags that were made. So it's good
was
to be part of it.
me, and
Major
Ed, and Tony
Beata. Yeah, so we were on the first line.
And to be included with those two individuals is truly an honor.
It was. I mean, it is. And, it's an amazing thing that we can go and show off these bags, and people are looking at them and going there like, wow, I want that bag. And I think it's it's quality, and they're looking at the bag, and it's not just, it's not for show. I mean, it means something to us. We see it. It's part of us. It's who we are. It's the message that we want to represent. And freedom's not free. And, I mean, most people, if you can't donate, if you're going to buy a bag or you're going to buy some head covers, go see Steve Hopkins at UF Tour Golf and order them. You can get everything you need, and you can help a great cause.
And if you're a big company out there that want to order corporate bags for your team out there, he certainly could help you with a design and get you complimentary design, by the way.
Absolutely.
So the design is free. And then if you like the design, boom, put the order in.
The shirts that we're wearing now are Steve Hopkins' signature.
Right.
These are his designs.
Yes.
We got the embroider on both sides, which we like. I mean,
the back of the neck and on the chest.
Yeah, so we got everything that we, he listens too, because people are like, oh, we want, we don't want it screened on.
Right.
We want it, sewn on, and he did it. He heard it. He listened. The price. I mean, everything's the same. I mean, they're selling well. We see all our friends buying them. We had a whole section on Facebook with all the people buying them and the sizes and everything like that. And we're going to keep pushing.
And the funny thing is there's chapters that are seeing us in these shirts, and they want it for their chapter.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to get a hold of Steve Hopkins to get them for their chapter, too. So, yeah, when you see these shirts in person, pictures online doesn't do it justice. You see it's a quality shirt, moisture wicking. It's just a phenomenal shirt.
Yeah, it makes you look good.
UFOtourgolf.com. All right, let's get to our next guest. Our next guest last night was just phenomenal on stage. And those that are registering right now, you'll see some swag up here. If you haven't heard Corey Kent White, his CDs are out. He's got them at the table here. Just a phenomenal artist. Corey Kent White, Long Way on the one CD and Making Noise EP on the other CD. He is joining us here now on Bigg's Golf Talk. Corey, welcome to Bigg's Golf Talk.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'll tell you what, man, you're not just a rock star, but you're a country star, and, you did a phenomenal job yesterday. Everybody that heard you, I heard nothing but good things, even rocking out some Beatles last night.
Yeah, man, you gotta pay tribute to the guys that influence you, too. You can't just play all your stuff. Every now and then, you got to throw in a little influence. So
awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as we ended the evening, something that just gave me goosebumps and made my heart just, feel so good was one guy overheard you say that you really wanted a Willie Nelson memorabilia picture frame and record that was in that memorabilia. And he bid on it. He won. And then gifted it to you.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it was a special moment. Got to meet a really nice guy named Keith last night. And, we sat by each other during dinner and got to talking. And both kind of had a mutual admiration for Willie Nelson. And, at the end of the night, he said, I saw that he had won something. I said, what'd you win? And he said, well, what did you want over there? And I said, well, man, if it were me, I would have bought that Willie Nelson autographed record. And he turned it around and he said, well, that's what you got. And I was just really taken back. And little did he know that Willie Nelson had a very big impact on me, not just because of his music, but in 2010 he came through my hometown. And my grandfather and I were at the concert. And to make a long story short, I ended up on stage singing a song with Willie Nelson that night.
Are you kidding me?
And it was at a crossroads in my life. I was 16 years old. I had just got out of a band, and it, restarting in music seemed like a daunting task. And I was about to just kind of call it quits. It's hard to make a living playing music, and I was like, I'm probably just gonna go back to being a normal kid. Focus on my grades, focus on athletics, and just go to college and get a job. And that night happened, and I got bit with the bug. That was the moment in life where I went, you know what? I want to play music for the rest of my life. So little did he know, he was gifting me this autographed Willie Nelson record that had so much history and so much significance to me. It was a really special moment. Super thankful.
Did you get on the phone with your wife when you got back to your hotel room and just like, you won't believe what just happened to me?
Well, I haven't told her yet because I love.
Well, she knows now.
Oh, well, yeah, she knows now. Well, the reason I haven't told her is because I'm going to hang it, and then that's how she's going to find out because she's in charge of decorating our house, and I have a feeling that the Willie Nelson record might not be accepted, so I'm just going to do it. Kind of, permission isn't going to be asked for.
Override.
Just forgiveness.
Absolutely. Before you did that, and before that Willie Nelson thing that happened to you on stage, was music just a hobby for you before that?
Man, believe it or not, when I was 11 years old, I got put into a Western swing band by some Hall of Famers. They took us under their wing. They showed us the ropes. They kind of showed us how to negotiate and book shows and travel around. And we ended up playing from the time I was 11 to the time I was 16. We played all over the country. The Kennedy Center in D.C., we opened for the Oak Ridge Boys and Roy Clark, and we toured with those guys. And so from age 11, I was making a living playing music, enough that Uncle Sam decided he needed a cut of it. So I've been paying taxes since I was about 11. So no, it wasn't a hobby. It was an eye-opening experience that you could actually make a living doing it. And yeah, I mean, it's been kind of what I've been doing for a good chunk of time now, a good chunk of my life.
Awesome. Let's talk about the support for the Folds of Honor. Tell you the truth, I didn't think you 8 years. I mean, you've been supporting the Folds of Honor.
Yep.
I didn't think you were that old. I thought you were like 22, 23 years old. You don't look that old.
Well, I'm 25, so I got involved pretty early on in the Folds, growth. But at the time, it wasn't much. Like, you got to hear me when I say that we weren't able to give much because we weren't making much, Mm-hmm. But it's always been heavy on my heart to give back to our military. I've just always had a huge respect for the men and women that protect our country, and they, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to pursue my dreams. And so it's the least I could do to start getting involved even at the smallest level. And so that's what we did. And as our music career grew as a band, we were able to give more, and you hope for that opportunity to have a platform to make a significant impact. And about 3 years into our support of Folds, we went on an entire Folds of Honor tour. We started in Phoenix, Arizona, and made our way back to Atlanta, and ended up at the Folds of Honor and Quick Trip 500 race. And that was kind of our culmination, and we were able to hand them a check for $25,000 at the end of that tour.
Wow.
And for us, that was everything. That was a huge chunk for us. And to this day, we've the relationships we've formed with Folds of Honor and the people affiliated and the families that have been impacted that's what it's about for us. It's not about a dollar sign that we can contribute. It's just about being able to see the life change that happens as being a part of Folds of Honor.
Absolutely. Our support certainly has grown on 10 plus years for the Folds of Honor, and we are excited about it. Let's talk about your CDs now. You have 2 CDs out. I assume your first one was Making Noise.
Yep. And I look a little younger in that one, huh?
You do look a little younger. Yeah, absolutely. But you have 3 songs on here.
Yep.
Let's talk about the inspiration behind these songs.
Okay.
On track 1, you have "Till You Find a Keeper." Talk about that.
Yep. So that's a song I wrote about my grandfather and I. We did a lot of fishing together back when I had a little more free time, and I just had this kind of epiphany of kind of relating the dating scene, which is where I was in life at that time. When I wrote this record, I was 17, 18 years old, and he was giving me love advice, but he was never talking about love. He was just talking about fishing.
Yeah.
And it all made perfect sense. And that's where the title "Till You Find a Keeper" came from.
She ain't perfect.
She ain't perfect. Well, at the time, like I said, hadn't met my now wife, but just kind of envisioning all of the things that she would be like. And it's pretty funny. Like I wrote the song before I had met her, and then afterward, now knowing who she is, the song's pretty spot on. She's got so many things that so many qualities about her that line up with that song. And the hook, just so you know, is "She ain't perfect, but she's perfect for me."
There you go.
So,
right.
Just to clear that up for fans out there. But it's pretty amazing how I wrote that song, and then the woman that I ended up with, it just lines up with a lot of those qualities in that song.
Bring It On.
Bring It On is a heartbreak song. Just kind of a love gone wrong thing, and at the time that was my experience with love. It had not gone right to that point in life, So those are early on, and the next CD is got some really cool stuff on it too, stuff I'm really proud of, and you always hope that as you put out new music, it just continues to get better and better. And I really feel like that has been the case in my story. So
long way, and you actually are selling hats that has
Yep.
the symbol of two feathers on there.
Yep.
Talk about the inspiration behind the CD itself.
Yeah, so I really wanted, one, my logo, and two, this CD to just kind of explain or capture where I'm from, where I come from, both geographically but also family-wise. And so Long Way is a song I wrote about my great-grandfather and his lumber mill that he had in southeast Oklahoma. And he had a 9th grade education and wanted all of us to go to school. So my grandfather, my father, myself, we all got these degrees. But we never learned as much in a book or from a professor as we did from that man that taught us about faith and family and hard work. And so that's why the title track is Long Way. And the feathers, being from Oklahoma, you have a lot of Native American heritage there. And so that was just a cool way to embody where I'm from.
4 tracks on there. The 4th track being that song, Long Way, your
Yep.
title soundtrack there. Let's talk about track number 1, The Same Thing.
The Same Thing is, one of my favorite songs I've ever been a part of writing. I wrote it with a guy named Ben Rector, who's a fantastic pop artist, very successful. In fact, in Nashville, he sold out the Ryman Auditorium 3 nights in a row. So he's doing pretty good. He's an independent artist, but he's doing fantastic things. And we got together. We have this deal where when we write together, if we don't feel like we're going to get a great song, we just stop writing and we hang out. Because the world doesn't need more good songs. We need great songs to break through. And so we had started writing this song that day, and we'd come to this realization that what we were writing wasn't great. It was just good. So we were about to call it a day, and I said, wait, before we just pack up, I have this chorus that I've been working on. And I sang him the chorus of Same Thing, and he said, now that's great. So we got to finish that song. And so we sat down, and it just kind of flowed out. It was about 30 minutes later, we had the full song written, and it was an amazing thing. But it's just about feeling like you're stuck in a rut and not knowing what the next step might be. And I feel like a lot of people can identify with that.
Song number 2 on the track, You Got It.
Yep. You Got It's just a fun, windows down, summertime song. And, we get a lot of requests for that at live shows. There's not much to it other than just a good time in the summer.
And you got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Song number 3, and I'm sure all of us have felt this, When
Yeah.
I'm Lonely.
Yeah, so this song has a pretty cool story, too. I wrote this with a friend of mine in Arkansas who I duck hunt every year with. He had never written a song in his life, but we just kind of felt like it was the right time and place. He's a guitar player and a singer himself, we ended up on a dock in Arkansas working on this song, and it just flowed out. And it's just a vulnerable song that again a lot of people can identify with, and one of my favorites to play live.
Absolutely. Now, I got to tell you, I'm so impressed by your music, and I'm very inspired by it. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be listening to this. And you and I had a talk, and I'll make sure there's an internet radio station that has thousands and thousands of followers, and they're gonna be playing your music on that station.
Man, I appreciate that so much. That's all we can ask for is all we can do is keep producing high quality entertainment, and we just hope that it finds the right listeners' ears that are passionate about it and keep spreading it like yourself. So thank you.
As a country music star, what is it to you guys in the music industry to support a foundation such as the Folds of Honor? Because we see, Rascal Flatts, you see many other people that support this mission. What does it mean to you guys in the music industry to do so?
Yeah, it's been really cool to see bigger and bigger names jump on board and support this mission. I think that you just realize, especially as an entertainer, you realize that what you really have a dream job. And there are a lot of countries where, if we were born in another country, that we might not even have the opportunity to chase the dream that we've got.
Right.
And so I think at some point you realize that there are men and women that are responsible for you having that opportunity. And so I think that a lot of those guys just really feel like they need to give back in some way, and they might not be able to sign up and go to the front lines at whatever point in life they're at. But to be able to to raise some money and to show those veterans that how appreciative we are in some small, tangible way. That's what it's all about. And so, like, we've done that for the last 4 years. We've put a Folds of Honor T-shirt out. We've got the logo stamped on the sleeve. And
as a matter of fact, I do have one of those shirts.
And man, that's our best selling shirt because
Yeah.
people believe in the cause. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and that's exactly what Folds of Honor is.
And that's what we were talking about earlier when we were talking with Steve. The mere fact that somebody can buy a shirt that still helps the Folds, impacts the Folds, and they have a shirt.
Yeah.
They got something for it. They wanted it. They got it. And now they can help spread the mission by showing everybody that shirt. It benefits everybody. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
It goes full circle, just like with the bags, head covers, everything. People are seeing it. People are acknowledging it, and we're still falling short on getting the message out.
Yeah.
So,
and it just goes to show, like, I mean, I have absolutely no tie to the military, right? But in my own small way, I can find a way to give back to them and say thank you for the sacrifice that they've made. And I mean, that's kind of our message to everybody whenever we go play these concerts. It's like, no matter your affiliation or lack of affiliation, there's some way that you can make a difference.
Absolutely.
So.
Now, Corey, you're actually going to be performing this morning. I believe you're going to be doing the Star Spangled Banner to kick off things.
Yep.
Or the National Anthem. National Anthem. So we're looking forward to that. I know you got to get ready, but really quick, how can people find out more information about Corey Kent White and actually get their hands on some swag?
Yeah. So our website is CoreyKentOfficial.com. You can find all of our merchandise and music available there, and you can find it on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music, anywhere that you stream your music these days. And yeah, I mean, it'd be greatly appreciated. Like
and I've already added both EPs on my Apple Music.
Love it.
I love it.
That's awesome, man.
And the
Thank
fans
you.
really want to know if we're going to do that duet.
No.
That's what
the
fans
like
really,
a Sonny and Cher.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Fans really want that to happen.
Okay.
You know, I'll think
he's
the
a little
part.
bit not
I'll
music,
think about it.
and you're a whole lot of music.
I told him we could sing that Donnie and Marie song. I'm a little bit country. Rock and roll.
No.
Come on.
We'll see.
If
We'll
you know
see.
the Beatles, you know Donnie and Marie. Come on, man. You can't play me.
You don't want to chase the guy out of here, Bill.
I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying. I think it'd be nice to do a duet. You know what I mean? How about the snaps?
Yeah, we'll do a snap.
Oh, okay.
We'll do a snap.
All right. I'll compromise.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for being here with us. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And for those that are here right now in person, get your hands on some Corey Kent swag here. He's got CDs here. He's got T-shirts, even the red, white, and blue Patriots shirt that he has with the Folds of Honor on his sleeve, and other hats and things like that. So get yourself some swag, Corey. We wish you nothing but the best of luck, and I'm looking forward to you getting your very first golden album.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys.
Platinum. Forget gold.
Platinum.
Platinum, baby.
Let's go big.
Let's go big. Platinum.
With 2 G's.
Thanks.
All right, more Bigg's Golf Talk coming your way live from Colorado Springs, Colorado. We'll be right back right after this.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap, already providing over 10,000 scholarships. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Pot, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Pot.
What's up, golfers around the world? It's your buddy, Big John Vick from Bigg's Golf Talk on the Lake County Sports Network. You know what day it is. I know what day it is. Yo, Caleb C. and DJ Maximus, let's do this.
TGIF. Thank golf it's Friday. TGIF. Thank golf it's Friday.
Hey, it's Friday. Also, grab your clubs and grab your balls. Call your friends, you better take them. If you got plans, you better break them. Got work or school? Not me either. Calling out sick, I got golf fever. Hey, let me hear you say, thank golf it's Friday.
TGIF. Thank golf it's Friday. TGIF. Thank golf it's Friday. TGIF. Where my golf is at? Where my golf is at? Okay. TGIF. Thank golf is Friday.
Friday, it's Friday. It's my day, gonna do it my way. Having fun on the course? You better believe. Watch the ball drop like it's New Year's Eve. Buy golf swag cause it just got paid. Sink putts and drink golfery. Yeah, I love Friday golf. Start the weekend right by teeing off. Hit the long ball, no slice like Kimbo. Score lower than Flow Rider, doing the limbo. In golf I trust, break it down, GG Maximus.
TGIF. 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 Thank golf it's Friday. TGIF. I thank golf it's Friday. TGIF. If you're rolling with young Caleb C. Okay. TGIF. I thank golf it's Friday.
This goes out to all the golfers around the world.
Yeah. TGIF.
Thank golf it's Friday.
TGIF.
It's my day, gonna do it my way.
TGIF.
Thank golf it's Friday.
TGIF. Thank golf it's Friday. TGIF. If you're rolling with young Caleb C. Okay. TGIF. Where my golf is at. Where my golf is at. Okay. TGIF. I thank golf it's Friday.
Golf talk for golfers on Bigg's Golf Talk. Back to Bill the GolfFather Cuebas and Big John Vick.
Yeah, TGIF. Thank golf it's Friday. Thank golf it's Monday. Oh, man, what a beautiful day. Live at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado, at the Folds of Honor Colorado Patriots event here on Patriot Golf Day, this Labor Day Monday. Big John Vick along with the GolfFather, Bill Cuebas, and what a day it's been so far. People are filing in and registering and getting ready for this great golf event and raise some money for a great mission.
Yeah, we have a nice size tournament going out there. Word is that someone from Backswing Golf Events will be out there on one of the holes raising money. They're going to have raffle tickets. I don't know exactly.
I see a Tito's package out there.
I think that's what everybody's putting in for. Yeah, we're getting the thumbs up. Well, you saw Tito's Vodka. It went down to a battle last night.
It was.
And I think I know somebody that bid on it.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
It was me.
You did. A lot of people did. And
hey,
you
listen,
know how you lost,
4
right? 4
bottles of Tito's? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
with the
but
swag,
then all those
too?
the swags. But you know how you lost?
Because I was emceeing and I was announcing.
Well, besides that, you know how you lost?
How?
People teamed up.
Is that right?
They absolutely did. They compounded their money. They're like, okay, you do this, and they tag teamed you, and you lost.
Well, ideally,
yep.
Bill Cuebas should have been having my back on that as I was on stage.
Well, ideally, I didn't know. And why? What's up with this ideally?
Well, this ideally thing is, so I get a message on social media, and they said, hey, you guys can create a drinking game. And I'm like, what do you mean? Do you know within 5 minutes that Bill the GolfFather Cuebas said ideally 23 times in 5 minutes?
Ideally, I do not know what you're talking about. I don't remember that segment, but ideally, yeah. So I've been using it often now. And
yes.
Once you made it to my
quite
attention,
clear.
Yeah, you made it clear that I did it. I have to go back and listen to that. Ideally, when I get back, but there's a whole lot of ideallys. But you know what, Biggs? Because I said it 23 times.
Right.
I think it should be the phrase that pays.
There you go. Ideally.
Ideally is the phrase that pays for this week's entries.
There you go. All right. Labor Day, man. We're here. We're in Colorado.
Labor of love.
Folds of Honor. Our tour does not stop.
Nope.
Does not stop here. As a matter of fact, our next Folds of Honor event that we're going to be attending is the New Mexico event. As a matter of fact, New Mexico is here.
Yes.
Folds of Honor New Mexico is here supporting the Colorado chapter. And as we have seen them support other chapters across the country, especially going to the events that we're at, and we love seeing them, and they have booked us for their event. They tried to get us last year.
Yes.
And we couldn't get there last year. But this year, Bigg's Golf Talk will be rolling into New Mexico, Albuquerque, and
not for nothing. Next year. We're rolling in everywhere. We have people because we've turned them down, and then ideally we didn't want to turn them down. It's just that we were already committed. Ideally,
drink.
Ideally, drink Tito's. But what you got when you go out there and we're doing what we're doing, people are hitting us up now before their events. They're already announcing their events for next year, and they want us to commit already, which is great. I love it. We got we're going to start off the new year in PGA show on the live radio stage show over there.
So we have some new things in plan.
Yes.
For 2020.
Absolutely, and
celebrating our 15th year.
That's huge. 15 years, and we're not going away. Yes, I threatened you. 15 years, we are not going away. We're going to keep doing what we have to do, spreading love. We're going to keep. We have more chapters that we're going to be going to next year. We still haven't finished up our tour this year. We have Folds of Honor New Mexico, where we'll be doing their big event. We also we're going to Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
We'll be going to Myrtle Beach in a couple of weeks. So,
as a matter of fact, we only have 6 days.
Yeah,
and then we got. I'm flying to Tampa with you.
Yep, you flying to Tampa. I'm picking you up, and then we're going to drive to Myrtle Beach to hang with the Tito's Vodka crew, United States Golf Challenge.
And by the way, let me tell you something. The United States Golf Challenge for 2020 road. Yes. # Road to the Kings Cup.
Road to the Kings Cup, baby.
They are doing some phenomenal things for 2020. We have been in with the meetings and things like that. And there's going to be more qualifiers than ever before for 2020. And they're going to be national qualifiers.
Yes, and that's huge. And that's what it is. And ideally, I believe there was
drink.
Yeah. I'm doing it on purpose now, baby.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. But with what they're doing, they're making all these, extra international qualifiers. Myrtle Beach Legends is getting huge.
Yes.
They got, 3 courses that they're going to be playing?
Yep.
I mean, everybody's fighting to represent the United States. It's a total package of $10,000. Can you imagine that?
Each golfer.
Yes.
So if you make Team USA and you're going to Ireland, you are getting $10,000 of a trip. That includes your airfare. That includes the swag. That includes your drinks. That includes all the food.
And pimping you out USA style.
Yes.
They don't, I mean, the USGCA goes big time all the time. They don't wiggle waggle. They just go right at you. They give you everything that they need for you to represent our country proudly.
And United States Golf Challenge, which we call the USGC, at usgolfchallenge.com, or you can find it on biggsgolftalk.com as well, BIGGS golftalk.com.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing, and people always ask, this is the number one thing I think we get asked.
Yep.
I'm an amateur. How do they perform? How do I get in there?
Mm-hmm.
And they go by your handicap.
Yes. And
so
ideally,
whatever your handicap is,
it doesn't matter because ideally, as long as you and your partner
Drink.
are within 7 strokes of each other, you're perfect. you're golden. That's
Right.
all you need. You need one to complement each other. We have some media guys that won over for ING.
As a matter of fact, we had John Duvall on a couple weeks ago.
And then we're going to finally get to meet Brian Stefan and have him on, which I didn't know until we became friends on Facebook, that he's a big Folds of Honor guy in Myrtle Beach.
Right.
So if he's listening, I really like that straw hat for the Folds of Honor. We'll be seeing you soon. We're going to be cheering you guys on because you're part of the media. So, John Duvall's a long ball hitter, and Brian Stefan has home course advantage because he's from Myrtle Beach. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm looking forward. I wish all the contestants the best. I believe it's 16 golfers will make up Team USA, and I'm excited to share the experience with them.
By the way, congratulations to Wes Short Jr. Winning this past week. And he has been so close, including that fall he had in Europe. He was in contention during that tournament. And but he pulled it together and wins Team UFO Tour Golf, Wes Short Jr. winning the tournament. We wish him nothing but the best of luck, but congratulations to him this past week.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I believe that he's part of Stevens and Phoenix group now, right?
Yes.
They just signed him. He's representing. Could it be coincidence?
Oh, I think.
He just, we're wearing,
Stephen Hopkins.
Stephen Hopkins shirts. He was wearing Stephen Hopkins shirts.
Yep.
He won. We're going to win. You see the connection there?
I see the connection there.
I see the connection there.
UFO Tour Golf, Stephen Hopkins is a winner.
He's a winner.
Absolutely.
We love you, Steve. You do a good job out there supporting our troops, regardless if it's shirts or bags or head covers. We're glad that we're able to work with you and help support the cause.
So we have a chat room at BiggsGolfTalk.com for the Spreaker broadcast that we're on now. Chris Morgan in the chat room saying, good morning, guys. Sorry I didn't make the trip. And Chris says, ideally.
Ideally.
Speaking of Chris Morgan,
yes,
let's talk about a great contest and great giveaway that we have going on for the veterans. We're at a veterans event.
Yes.
So those of you that are listening right now and here in person right now, we're giving away a handmade wooden Betsy Ross flag. And all you have to do is tell us your story. If you know a veteran out there that's deserving of this handmade flag, email us, biggsgolftalk@gmail.com. Tell us that story, and we're doing this every 3 months until the end of the year. And Chris Morgan from Flags for a Vet, Made by a Vet, is providing that flag for them.
So far, our first two winners, we had Lisa Baker for her grandfather, and then last year we had the last contest was Brock Buckland. Brad won, the brother of Brock, and we're getting some amazing entries in. For it. I wish I can give everyone
I do too.
a flag.
I do too, because we've had some great stories come in.
Yeah, but, ideally, you like that. We can only pick one. We have 4 winners this year. We got 2 left. Chris is swamped, making flags for, Folds of Honor events, prizes, everything. Go check him out. He does take private orders as well. Or donations, as we call them.
And these are handcrafted to the individual.
Yes.
So it's not like he has a whole factory of flags already made, but this is handcrafted as it comes in. So when we pick the winner and we notify Chris Morgan of this winner, he then handcrafts this flag to the winner.
Yes. And that's awesome. That's an amazing aspect behind the whole entire thing.
He numbers it, personalizes
it, signs it. Gives you the story in the background, which is amazing. Folks that go follow him, on Facebook or any other the social media aspects that he covers, he shows you when he's building those flags. You know what I mean? He might have 4 or 5 painted, and then he has to go through the process of gluing them. And you can see how these flags are made step by step by step. And I believe they take almost 10 hours to make a flag.
Yep.
So, if you're out there and you're listening, make sure you submit your story. Send it to biggsgolftalk@gmail.com. Send them in. We love reading the stories. We'll be picking a winner soon for the third. But, send them in. We're meeting a lot of great vets, too. There's a lot of great stories out there, Biggs. I just love it. We met a beautiful vet the other day, at IHOP. So there's a lot of great stuff going
Can I
on.
just tell you, folks, those that are listening and here on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and on Spreaker, and those that are listening right now live here at the Broadmoor, Bill the GolfFather Cuebas and I myself was at breakfast, and the veteran he speaks of was to my back, so I did not see him. And Bill says to me, he goes, "Hey, do you got $10?" And I'm like, "Huh? What am I give you $10 for?" And I was just, he goes, "No, I'm serious. You got $10?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You got $10?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got $10." So I give him $10, and he tells me, "Turn around." And we see this veteran. He has oxygen in his nose and everything else, sitting there with his wife. And I think that guy was his kid.
Yes, he had his son. He had autism. He was playing the games and stuff like that. And ideally, I didn't notice that until after the fact. Yeah. And we're going to keep doing that because it's Tito's, baby.
Yes.
But, they were great people, man. And the smiles on their face, just thanking them for their service.
Right.
I mean, that's all it takes.
So bottom line is we bought them breakfast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was proud.
Yeah.
I hope their breakfast tastes better than mine. My breakfast was good.
Oh, it was good. IHOP. How could you go wrong?
No, we didn't go wrong.
IHOP not a sponsor, but we love to have them.
But when I left, I felt happy. I felt
right.
I felt
I felt touched by the Lord.
You know what I mean? Because here's this guy with an oxygen tank on. He's representing. He has his hat on, and all his medals and everything on that hat. I loved it, man. I love seeing that. If you see a veteran out there, and they are everywhere, Biggs, airports, McDonald's, Starbucks, they're everywhere.
Right.
How easy is it to just walk up to them and say?
And what's $10? I mean, seriously,
nothing.
We gave him a $20 bill.
Yep.
And bought the whole table breakfast.
Yes. It's easy.
Yeah.
And even without that, just letting him know that
thank you for your service.
Yes. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Because we need to honor their sacrifice, regardless. It doesn't matter if they don't come. If they do come back, and that's what we want. We want all our troops to come back. But when they come back, we want to recognize what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
My daughter's been out there, and I'm grateful for her to come back. But I want everybody to come back safe, and we know that they're not because we see the news every day. There's somebody else that's not coming home. And hopefully we won't have that, much longer.
Absolutely. All right, it's time for us to make the turn here on Bigg's Golf Talk. And coming up next, as we tee it up on number 10, will be Major Ed Polito joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk. We'll be right back right after this.
Early to rise, went through the pregame routine. Hit drives for more than just show. Yelled 4 to warn for balls unseen, and approached with a long way to go. Time to make the turn. First half is done. Time to make the turn. More fun to come. More gizmos and gadgets, we might not have been sat in the sand. The cart girls' drinks strained our budgets, but we got a birdie in the hand. Time to make the turn. First half is done. Time to make the turn. More fun to come, yeah. Head to the clubhouse for a quick pit stop. Add up damage from the front nine. Get food and drink, and we're not talking pop. Head out knowing the back will be fine. Time to make the turn. First half is done. Time to make the turn. More fun to come, yeah. Time to make the turn. First half is done. Time to make the turn. More fun to
Still using an old golf GPS watch? It's time to upgrade to ShotScope. ShotScope isn't just a golf watch, it's a fully automated golf performance tracking system on your wrist. ShotScope gives you access to over 100 tour-level statistics, get putting analysis, short game breakdown, even find out how far you're booming your driver. All data is captured automatically by the groundbreaking ShotScope golf performance tracking system. ShotScope, the ultimate golf watch. Find out more at shotscope.com.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is in its 5th season of identifying the best two-person amateur teams in the country. 8 teams and 4 flights in 2 age divisions represent Team USA in a Ryder Cup-style competition with their international counterparts in the King's Cup. We're looking for amateur golfers like you. The King's Cup is played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the King's Cup begins with a local qualifier. Over 100 local qualifiers will be conducted throughout the U.S. beginning in February. By finishing in the top 30% of their local qualifier, teams earn their way into the USGC King's Cup National Qualifier. The USGC is also looking for golf courses to host qualifiers. For information or to search for a local qualifier, the USGC website is www.usgolfchallenge.com.
Big John, Vic, and Bill, the GolfFather Cuebas, live at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado, at the Colorado Patriots event here. And Billy, what an event it has been so far.
It's been a great event. We had 2 days. We had the gala, and now we have golf.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here to kick off the second hour of our show, live show here at Broadmoor, is the one and only Major Ed Polito. Major Ed, what's up, brother?
What a great day to be an American. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Y'all ready?
Ready.
We are ready.
All right.
Man. Every weekend at this time of the year,
yeah,
Folds of Honor kicks off Patriot Golf Day, and this year is no different. Talk about what's been happening in the last year with Folds of Honor nationally, with opening up new chapters and things like that.
Yeah, you know, the movement has just increased, and this thing that we've got going on now is we've got, like you said, chapters all over the country, honoring the sacrifice, educating the legacy. We'll put out 5,000 scholarships this year to make an impact and make a difference. And then the great thing about what we're doing now is that, you know what, there's a lot of individuals that have decided to take on the role of doing something purposeful for these families. And now we're graduating individuals, and I mean, that to me is the premise and the outcome that we want to have for this great organization.
You know what's so great, Billy, is 10 years ago, the first scholarship was issued, and like Major Ed just said, now you're starting to see people graduate college.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 10 years later, people are giving back. They're graduating college. They're being a part of the Folds of Honor. They're paying it forward by becoming a speaker and talking about the mission and everything else. 2019, what kind of money are we looking at?
It's going to be a record year, and the thing about it is that we are already on pace to shatter what we did last year, which was about $32 million. And then what's happening is that the chapters are increasing their revenue. And then also what we're doing is we're actually connecting these chapters with these recipients. And I think when you do that, it really makes an impact on what we're trying to do to make sure that, you know what, these families are taken care of. And you guys have been with us from day one, and you understand the growth that goes along with it. And, of course, you know, we'll be looking at a new building in the future. We're looking at awarding more scholarships, more corporate partners being involved. And then, of course, Patriot Golf Day weekend is, you know, golf courses all over the country doing something purposeful and also honoring our military. And I think that's what Labor Day weekend and Veterans Day and Memorial Day, certainly for the ultimate sacrifice, is all about.
You know, certainly you have more miles on the airplane than Bill and I have, you know, but
I'm catching you. It seems like I'm catching you.
One thing we have been committed to is donating our time to each and every chapter that belongs to the Folds of Honor.
I know.
And do shows and show our support.
Yeah, but we do more than that, too.
We do. We help behind the
Stars
scenes.
And Stripes.
Yep,
We've done multiple. I mean, if there's a good charity that we believe in, that we know that's doing the right thing, we're going to help. Folds is our heart. You know what I mean? This morning, I got a message from Greenie. Brock Buckland's son.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? So he was like, hey, Bill, I had to wear the dress today. Where were you? And I was like, don't worry, Greenie. Next year, me and you, we'll share the skirt.
Isn't that something?
I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so, here you have the child that basically started it all, and he's messaging me, and I'm like, I should be messaging you. You know what I mean?
That is
It's
so
like
good.
it's amazing. I follow him. We talk every now and then. We go back and forth. He has an amazing family, but he's doing good. I mean, he's trying to help the kids and give back, which is amazing. We had him on the show, and the ideas that he has on how to help the children who've lost their parents to bond together and help each other, because they know better than anybody what they're going through. We don't. We're not living that aspect. I mean, you have a different aspect than what he's living. So I think as we grow, you see these kids being engineers, working at NASA, doing this, scientists, and they're all giving back. Every single last one that we're seeing, and the videos that got released this week that we were seeing all around the country of these kids is incredible.
Yeah, and it's the 30 days leading up to Patriot Golf Day, and the scholarships have rolled out now, and I think the great thing about all of that is that people are going to school and using their scholarship. My daughter's one of those individuals. She's at the University of Oklahoma, the second scholarship recipient of the foundation.
Almost sooner.
Yeah, they're playing. In fact, here they're going to be playing. They're of course playing Houston. You know, and the thing about it is that it's a very, very moving and just a great experience to be a part of something very, very special.
You made it special. You helped make it special.
Well, thank you. And you guys have been with us for a long time. I remember those early years when we all got together. And now look at the growth process.
Right.
I mean, for you guys, too, your show is doing great. And to all the listeners out there, you know what? It's not just about golf either. It's about other things in life. And golf is a huge part of it.
Yes. We use a vehicle. We use golf as a vehicle, right?
Yes.
To really, promote humanitarian, and so much more. Be kind to one another. Ryan Munson, one of a big Folds of Honor supporter, he gave that speech about "You Matter," and now I have really taken on that and used a hashtag in anything I post, as you see on social media. You matter. I say that at the end of each show.
Yep.
I'll say good golfing and you matter, and I mean it. I mean every bit of that when I say that to people out there is. You do matter.
And it's true. And you have to think about it in that regard that, all of us have a purpose in life. And my purpose was that I'd join the military and serve my country with honor and distinction. But I understood, too, that some people ask me, hey, are you bitter about what happened to you in hitting a roadside bomb? I'm like, no, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I say that because you understand that when you take that oath of office to defend this nation, that you know that there's dangers and there's the issues that come about. And guess what? You know what? That's my job, and that's the way I look at it.
Absolutely. What are we looking at with the Folds of Honor for the future? Because from my understanding, and people can confirm this stat, by the way, by going to a website, and it can confirm 92 cents of every dollar nationally goes towards a scholarship for the local chapters. 80 cents on every dollar, 80% of it.
Yeah, and they're actually at the 92 level, and then we're at 87 cents. But if you throw in the program, all of a sudden the program is part of that, and that's where you get the 90 cents of every dollar, approximate.
Yeah, we all know about stuff in the works, and we've been it when it was higher in the beginning, when you're dealing with less overhead, less getting you. I mean, the
getting
expansion.
donations. Yes.
So now the more money you make, that's still shrinking, and we have more ideas. We all know what's coming and what the eventual hope is, which ideally could be the first charity that can get that kind of money and be that self-sufficient. And we've been talking about it for years, and it could come to fruition in a couple of years. It might be a year, it might be or two, but we know that it can become, and it will become a reality really soon.
Well, the thing is, too, Billy, is the Folds of Honor is the only foundation, only organization in the country that gives a scholarship to the families.
Yes.
And that's not just to the children, but if the widow wants to, extend her education, she can by applying for a scholarship with the Folds of Honor, can't she?
Yeah,
or he.
And you know what? That's the impact. And the thing is, too, when you see these individuals going to college and they're making a difference, and then they're like, you know what, thanks for fueling our educational dreams. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. And to see, education is the beacon of this great nation. And the thing about it is that what we've learned is that when you educate and you provide support, that what you're doing is you're changing these lives. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. We're live here at Broadmoor Country Club, and we're getting ready to kick off the Patriot Day golf day here. And it's going to be a fun time out there. And I know you're not going to be sticking around. You got places to be and all that stuff.
I'm a moving target, man. I'm like, geez,
we really appreciate you taking a few minutes to be on the show here with us on this Labor Day weekend. So,
well, and I want to give a big shout out to Steve and his team and all these wonderful Patriots in Colorado. My sister was born in Fort Carson.
Oh, okay.
And so when he asked me to come speak, I told him, I said, I haven't come here and spoke, and I think it's time for me to rev up the troops and let everybody know how important this mission is. And, this is another example of a chapter doing some great work. We've got our folks from the chapter down in New Mexico. You guys will be down there pretty soon.
Yeah.
You've come to my event as well. I mean, it's just a growing process. And I'm just glad that we aren't making the same mistakes we made on our Vietnam veterans with our veterans today and their families.
No, it's amazing. We see them so much everywhere. It's amazing the impact that you can have just by acknowledging who they are, looking at their smile. I actually, the other day in the airport, a Vietnam veteran, he was in a wheelchair, and nobody was talking to him. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to listen. I want to hear what he has to share. You know what I mean? There's so much that bitterness that they suffer from, and they're not bitter.
No.
They don't hold anything. They're happy where we're coming. Yesterday, when we went to breakfast.
Yes.
And we bought that veteran from, I don't remember what war. It didn't even matter. We saw our veteran.
He was on oxygen.
He had oxygen.
And everything else.
Yeah.
Wow. So him and I dished out $10 each.
And bought him
breakfast.
We
bought him breakfast.
Oh, that is so awesome.
So it's like you want, and the smile and the stories that can come, they're humans. They're there. They're not wearing that hat. They're representing us. They're always going to be a soldier. They're always going to be a Marine. They're always going to be whatever service and branch that they serve. They're always going to represent us. And we need to acknowledge them. We need to help anytime we can. It doesn't hurt to say hello. Acknowledge them. How you doing, sir? We do it. Even McDonald's, simple place like that. I've seen them everywhere I go. I see them. I stop. They deserve it. They deserve that and more.
Well, the new thing that's coming out now is that not only do you say thank you for your service, but thank you for your sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those two words are really very important because of the fact that that's what it's all about.
Yes.
And when it's all said and done, the service and the sacrifice rendered is what gives us the freedom to live in this great nation. And to be on the airwaves, too, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's the freedom for us that, for me to own a show, to be able to go to iHeartRadio and say, hey, I have this show.
Yeah.
I want to be on your network. Can I be on your network? Let's talk and everything else. Spotify, the same thing. I mean, our show was one of the first shows to beta test their podcast, and
it just keep growing.
And it just keeps growing and growing. And that has to do with all the men and women that serve our country, no matter what branch of military.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all about that. I mean, if you go to other countries outside of the United States, how many can say they can actually do something like this and have the freedom to do it, and have the freedom to complain, or have the freedom to talk about politics and stuff like that, and complain about the leader of our country, and or to support the leader of our country. Either one, we have that freedom here in the United States of America.
We do, and you know what? You can go against whatever's going on, but at the end of the day, I don't pay attention to that stuff. The politics of the day for us is what are we doing to make our country the best it can be, and it starts with all of us. I mean, I tell people, those politicians can do whatever they want to do, but at the end of the day, we are the beacon of light for America.
Yep.
So
what's that saying? All gave some gave all.
Yes, that's a great saying too.
Absolutely,
yes.
And it's very true.
Yeah,
it's very true.
And I know you guys were up there in Indiana hanging out with
Daggett. Yeah.
The Daggett's are retired now. He's all freaking. Hanging out at home now. The good thing about it, though, is that, you know what, he served his country again with honor and distinction, and congratulations to him. And, moving on. And time to. It's interesting. I remember when I hung up the boots, basically. and I was done, man, it was a bittersweet deal, man.
Right.
And I remember thinking to myself, man, what am I going to do next? And now I haven't really looked back. But the thing is, we can all serve in some capacity. You guys are serving in a capacity, too, by supporting the troops. And you don't have to put on a uniform to do that.
Right.
You're doing it right now.
Absolutely.
I got the greatest shirt the other day. My daughter, who's been in the military, she's been in the Army. So my daughter's been in the Army for like 14 years, and she got me a cup, and a hat, and then a shirt, and she's like, "Here, Dad." It says, "Real dads make Army veterans."
Oh man,
I
love
it.
it.
Set of dog tags on. You know what I mean? So it's
And look, I love the dog tag here,
there
too.
You
look
go,
at
baby.
that, looking good, baby.
So,
hey, the dog tags do work,
Me too. I have mine at home. I go through the airports a little bit more than him, so it makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
I gotta lower my bags. They
Yeah.
all reach in maximum.
And by far, you guys are always looking good, too. And congratulations again on the show. And the thing about it is that you kind of make a great team. And the Godfather in the house. And you know what? And then, of course, you got the look and all over the country.
Yes,
you
you
know,
are the look.
You are the look. There's only one person like you.
I got
Aren't
the
you an
voice for
umpire,
radio.
too?
I am.
Shoot,
Yeah.
You are good looking.
I keep
brother.
up with you. So I keep up with you. It's always a good thing. And, I'm humble. And every day I get up and I say, man, I live in this great nation. And, and my dad, I just talked to him last week and he gave me some words of motivation. And he said, keep up the good work. You're doing something that really honors that sacrifice. And now you understand that it does. Here's how it educates the legacy. And when you live it and breathe it every day, and you have a 18-year-old in college, it doesn't get any better than that, man.
Last night you spoke at the gala.
Yeah.
And so my final thing, we're running out of time here, but my final thing for you is the message you had at the gala. What is the message you want the listeners to know that couldn't be here?
Yeah, the message today is really twofold. One is that, understand the sacrifices that have been made, the love that we have for our faith and our love for our families and our love for country. And then the second thing I would say is that, every day that we do the things that we do in this nation, that we do it with purpose and with passion. And that's what the Folds of Honor is all about, is those stories of purpose and of the passion of serving this great nation. And what I talk about is, and I always hold it true, is what Ronald Reagan said in his inaugural address in 1981 about the ultimate sacrifice. And that is that, our job is to perform great deeds. To perform great deeds, because when we perform great deeds, we get so much back. And the thing is, that's the message at hand that I talk to, patriots all over the country on, is what can we do together to be purposeful and passionate about a great cause. And there's other causes out there too, but this is the cause that gives the other causes the opportunity for them to be able to do what they do. And that to me is the essence of this nation. And that is what these patriots in Colorado heard from me, is that, freedom's not free. And, as I always say, God bless the greatest nation in the world, the United States of America.
That says it all, Bill, the Godfather Cuebas.
Cuebas, yeah.
One thing I want to say to you is thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate your
brother.
friendship.
Yes.
I love you like
and
a brother.
I love you too, man.
And
Bill, we've been together a long time, and I remember bringing Bill to the Patriot Cup and he experienced, and look where he's at now. And man,
we've come a long way, and we continue to grow. Everybody's growing.
Yeah.
And we're reaching more people, and we're still meeting people that don't know about the foes.
Yes.
And it baffles me.
Absolutely.
Well, there's a lot of people like that. You're right, and I think the reason is it's because of the fact that when you start a charity, you don't really have the infrastructure in place when you first start out, and marketing and getting the word out there. But now people are seeing what we're doing, but there's still so many people to reach. And, this is an easy mission to get around, because you're sending someone to college, or you're sending a child to K through 12. And I mean, that to me is an easy mission to rally around, because when we educate, we basically make this nation great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major Ed Polito.
Yeah! God bless America!
More Bigg's Golf Talk coming your way live from the Broadmoor Country Club. We'll be right back.
Colorado!
Have you ever seen a tour pro line up a putt with a dirty ball? No way. A clean ball rolls accurately, and accurate putts mean lower scores. The solution? Ready Putt. It's the putter cover reinvented. Ready Putt has a patented ball cleaner that's made to absorb and retain water. All you need to do is add water, and it remains wet throughout your round, giving your ball the perfect shine. It also has a magnetic surface to hold your ball marker and divot repair tool. Let's say you switch putters from round to round using a blade, mid-mallet, or large mallet. Ready Putt Original has you covered. Look, putting is hard enough. Accurate putts start with a clean ball, and a clean ball starts with Ready Putt.
For more information about Ready Putt, visit ReadyPutt.com. That is ReadyPutt.com. Clean it and sink it. The Spider Divot Tool's revolutionary new design is better for greens and makes ball mark repairs easy. No sharp ends or dirt in your pocket, the Spider achieves amazing results with little or no skill. With a simple push-pull action, the Spider makes ball marks disappear quicker and better for a smoother putting surface. The Spider includes a magnetic ball marker and is made of milled aluminum to last a lifetime. It also makes a great gift for your next tournament and that special golfer who has it all. The Spider tool from Instagolf is a must-have in every golfer's bag. For more information about the Spider Divot Tools, their website is www.spiderdivottools.com and enter promo code BIGG Golf Talk to get 10% off your purchase. www.spiderdivottools.com. The Spider Divot Tools is the official divot tool of Bigg's Golf Talk.
Golf Talk for golfers on Bigg's Golf Talk. Back to Bill the GolfFather Cuebas and Big John Bigg.
And we're back here on Bigg's Golf Talk live from the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hello, Colorado. Folds of Honor, Colorado Patriots on Patriot Golf Day, Monday, Labor Day weekend, and Billy, so far so good. Mother Nature cooperating.
I feel like I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in Florida. The path changed. You know, our prayers go out to the people in
Absolutely.
My hometown right now. And, you know, the spaghetti kept changing, and now it's going inland. So I'm getting messages from my friends, and hopefully it's not as bad as anticipated. You know, they're saying it's going to be the worst one in a long time. But it's like 90 degrees here. The sun's bright and shiny. And we're in Colorado. I was expecting it to be a little bit cooler. Oh, yeah. So, you see that? Our next guest family is from Ocala, too. So where they said it wasn't going to make the turn and hit inland, now it's making a turn.
That just tells you Mother Nature has her own plan. And,
she does.
You know, scientists cannot figure and predict what Mother Nature and God's going to do.
Nope. So, but we do have great weather here. We still have people checking in. We have over 120 golfers. I believe it's 100. Oh, thanks. Thanks for coming early. Late to the party, but early. So, yeah, no, it's beautiful out here. I'm looking forward to see we're at the Broadmoor.
Broadmoor. I mean, look at this place.
It's amazing.
I just, as a matter of fact, during the commercial break, you and I had to run to the restroom. And nice locker room, nice facility.
Yes.
Holy God. It's probably the biggest clubhouse I've ever seen.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It really is. The views, the staff.
Yes.
They're running around everywhere, helping everybody, anybody. They'll be doing one thing, and somebody will, hey, and they'll stop in their tracks. They don't keep walking. They don't say, oh, I'm busy. I'll get back to you. Nope. They stay there and help.
So last night at the gala, the Broadmoor was presented with a special presentation and award. And we said we got to have them on.
Yes.
You know, they're supporting a great cause and closing part of the golf course for this event, and just opening up their arms to the mission of what the Folds of Honor has to say. And joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk at the Tito's Vodka, Handmade Vodka booth is Shane Miller, and he's the Director of Tournament Management here at the Broadmoor. Shane, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to work with you gentlemen today.
Everybody give it up for the Broadmoor, huh? Great staff, from the moment we pulled up, your valet guy, Jake, was just outstanding, helping us get stuff out of the car and everything else, to the moment that we, the carts are being loaded up as we speak, getting ready for this great tournament. What does it mean to Broadmoor to support the Folds of Honor?
It means a lot. I mean, everybody, all of our staff here has somebody in their lives that's been affected. Not really affected, I should say, but has been impacted from a soldier. And it just means the world to us to be able to support such a great cause. I myself have lost a good friend, or my good friends lost their father, and I'd do anything to support him in any way I could.
Well, last night, and I don't think it's putting you on the spot, last night you had a touching story that you shared. I don't know if you remember it. I know you were reading off of your paper. Do you remember most of it, or just the gist? We know it's the Davises that you mentioned.
Yes.
And, we've worked with them in the past, and we've met them, and they're a great family.
They are.
They're a truly great family. Maybe you can share with our listeners a little bit of the story, what you shared with us last night.
Absolutely. So I joined the Broadmoor family 2 years ago, and I met a very remarkable young man there by the name of Blake Davis. And Blake and I instantly became best friends. And let's see here. It's a tough story to tell. It really is.
Yeah. No, it is. And like I said, their family is amazing. They're hard at work.
We've had Hannah Davis on our show multiple times. We've met her in person. Her stepfather, who is pretty
David Bell. He's an amazing man.
He's an amazing man. I mean, he's
American Dunes.
Being a father to a daughter that lost her dad.
Yep. Right.
It's just amazing.
It's a dynamic family. It surely is. They gel. They get it. They're supporting each other. Everything you see.
By the way, Doug
them.
Bell being really busy with American Dunes in Michigan.
Yeah.
We will be there next year.
Yeah, we're going to head up there. When we do our tour of Pure Michigan, but the incredible aspects and what they're giving back. You know what I mean? They're giving back to society. Hannah's going around the country speaking.
She's in Michigan right now speaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's out there. Was it Treetops, I believe? Was she at Treetops?
Yes.
Yeah, that was another event that we were supposed to be at. Next year we'll be back to Treetops. But, the whole family, we haven't been fortunate enough to meet your friend.
Right.
Because he's been in school at Ferris.
He has.
So he's been at Ferris. And I don't know, but I know Ferris is a really good golf school.
It is. They have a great professional golf management program.
And being that their family has that history now in golf, I think it's a perfect fit. You know what I mean? He's doing good things. For them to give back as much as they receive, and that's what people don't realize. That for some people it's not a lot of money. For others, it's priceless.
Right.
Every kid that graduates and goes to school because of one of those scholarships is priceless, because now we're giving them the opportunity to just give it back tenfold. And spread the mission. And that's what we want. We want to spread the mission.
Absolutely. But I mean, so Jeff Davis graduated from high school. He went right into the military right out of high school. And he was a tomb guardian at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. He was a Black Hawk pilot. He received a scholarship to go to CMU, Central Michigan University, to become a history teacher. Unfortunately, though, on January 31st of 1998, Blake Davis was 1 year old. His sister, Hannah Davis, as you mentioned before, was 3 years old. And their mother received a phone call to go to the hospital. And later that day, First Lieutenant Jeff Davis passed away. Yeah. And so they moved in with their grandparents, Blake and Hannah. And Hannah graduated from high school at the age of in 2012. And from there, she learned about the Folds of Honor. And that's what put Blake and Hannah through college.
Yeah.
And
it was a great story that she shared with us about her and her brother and how they didn't know. And mind you, she's working on helping other people get the scholarship.
Absolutely.
She's like, hey, this is for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Set all that stuff in motion. But, like Treetops, the event that they do is different than any event around the country.
Is it?
Kevin McKinley does an amazing job. It's all vets. And then they have civilians. Right. But it's all about recognizing the people who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. Brock Buckland, you'll
Right.
see every lost Michigan soldier there that paid the ultimate sacrifice. They make this beautiful thing on the grass. They paint the names in. There's aerial views on Facebook about it.
Wow.
And it's not a chapter, which makes it unique.
Right.
But you have a lot of disabled vets playing. We did the event. We actually caddied for
Very
the
nice,
military.
very nice.
And then our vest had the name of a fallen soldier.
Wow.
And that's what it was about.
That's
It's very
touching.
humbling of what it is. And while they raise a ton of money, they've had amazing speakers. It's totally different. It's not like what we're going out here. Some people want to win. We
Right.
want to win. You know
Of
what I mean? We
course,
want those
of course.
beautiful trophies.
Yes.
But in the end, the
Oh,
trophy
we
doesn't
will
mean anything.
have those beautiful trophies.
Yeah. But in the end, the trophy means nothing because the experience that we're going to take away, we're meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
We met people like you and a lot of ex-military civilians that are willing to do their part to make this a success.
Right.
And we get to go out there soon and absorb some of those amazing views that you are affording us the opportunity to do.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's sort of what I touched on last night when I started off the speech. The award's great and everything, but there's so much more behind the award that means everything.
Yep.
And that's really why I talked about what I did last night. It wasn't about the award for us. It was about the story told.
What's the award that he's talking about, Biggs?
It is the most outstanding performer award.
Yes. And it was
and
given
it's
to
the
the
shape shape of a flag, folded flag, and it has a F-16 caliber shell in it.
Yes, it does.
It's a beautiful award.
Yes.
Yep. And not only did it have the Colorado Patriots on it, it had the Broadmoor on it.
Yes.
So Steve decided that it wasn't his, and he gave it to Shane to represent here at the Broadmoor for everything that they do. Because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because ideally,
Drink.
Well,
Everybody's having a shot of Tito's every time he says ideally.
But ideally, we could do absolutely, which is your favorite word.
Yes.
So, it's an incredible thing that you guys are doing. To give, I mean, there's a lot of effort going on here today.
Yes.
We put you to the ringer this morning. Oh, we need this. We need chairs.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that. We were going to do up here. Now we're down here.
We need
need
extension
power.
cords. Yeah.
We need this. We need that. And ideally, we thought it was going to be here. It wasn't. But you came to the rescue and had everything we need, extension cords, anything
Absolutely.
we needed and wanted to make this show go live and be a success. You were right there to do it, and we're happy that we're able to be here and share the experience with you. But
Absolutely.
ideally, we know without you and the Broadmoor, we wouldn't be here.
So let's take the next 15 minutes. Let's talk about the Broadmoor because you deserve the exposure. You deserve the notoriety, what you're doing here today. Let's talk about it. What is the Broadmoor?
The Broadmoor is focused solely on service. Yes, we have a great golf course here. We have a great resort here. However, that's not what makes us stand out. There's resorts in the Bahamas. There's resorts all around the world that are beautiful. But what we pride ourselves in is being able to, like you gentlemen touched on earlier, being able to stop and talk to our guests individually and help them individually and be there for them whenever they need help. And, that's our mission statement is to focus solely on service mostly.
You know what I like about your staff? They don't push you off onto somebody else. They
Absolutely.
they will not say, "Oh, that's not my department. I'll get somebody to help you." They will help you in whatever you need.
And even if we don't have the answer, we will walk you to someone that has the answer.
And Biggs, this is the first golf course that I've personally played on, will be playing on, that I went and asked one of the gentlemen by the golf course. I was like, hey, have you seen Shane? I need to ask him a question. And I was like, where do you want me to go? He's like, no, I want you to stay right here. I was like, why? I don't see him. And he's like, no, I'm going to call him on the radio.
Yep.
And I've
Absolutely.
never seen that, Biggs. I've never seen any, whether it be a country club or anything, where they have radios and like, Shane.
Typically, they tell you, go in the pro shop, talk
Yeah.
to such and such. And
They'll send you somewhere else.
Right.
I was waiting for him to tell me, go up the stairs, and he's over here. And no, he's like, no, wait right here. I'll find out where he's at. I'll have him come here.
Absolutely.
You
Everybody on staff should have a radio at all times in the golf club.
Yeah, and that itself is unique.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that will step up the customer service for every occasion.
Absolutely. I mean, if we have a guest standing up here on the pad that needs our golf bag, it's very easy to just call down to the people in the bag room and have them bring it up. So we don't have to run down there and then run back up again, just run it up to us.
That is awesome.
It is. I love it. I mean, can you imagine that? If that was like everywhere? That's top-notch customer service.
How about this clubhouse?
I
We
know.
walked in, and when we seen
How
a
big is that
trophy room,
clubhouse?
It's big. It's big.
It
We
is.
have 3 meeting rooms upstairs. The Golf Pro Shop downstairs, the Golf Club Grill, both men's and ladies members lockers, as well as guest lockers. And on the other side of it, we have our 5-star spa.
Wow.
With about 200-ish appointment rooms in it.
Wow.
And an indoor pool and outdoor jacuzzi. And we're very fortunate.
Is this a private club?
It's resort private.
Resort
so
private.
You need to be staying here in order to play.
And that's what a lot of people do. So
Exactly.
that's not much to ask.
Right.
And this place is packed.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen guests running around. I'm
Absolutely.
only playing 9. I'm only playing 9. I'm only playing this. But, you guys perfectly planned everything. We have a shotgun going off, 12, 12:30?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay, so we're off at 1
o'clock, and then there's a ceremony at 12:30.
Okay, that's what it was. So we're going to have a ceremony, 1 o'clock. We're going to tee off. And then, just for those that don't know yet, we're only going to have bogey golf.
Yes.
Bogey, pick
Yes.
up, put in your pocket. Don't worry about dropping.
Bogey is your friend.
Yes, if you pass a bogey, we don't want to know. Put a bogey and keep walking.
Exactly.
That's the big thing because we go to tournaments that they'll just keep playing.
Absolutely.
And dude, you're not going to win with 100. You know what I mean? Come on, pick it up. Let's go.
It makes it more enjoyable for everybody,
it,
really.
It does. What's the average around? We're going to play scramble.
We're
of
playing
course,
scramble
best
today.
ball. What's going to be the average? What time should we be coming back in?
For 112 players, we'd expect around 5 hours, probably.
5
For
hours?
112 people, yes.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Your
5
typical round, which, for resorts, your typical round's going to be a higher pace of play than just a private country club or anything along those lines.
Now, how far are we playing today? What's our distance?
We're playing at about 66.
66?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling okay, Shane? Do you know? Well, this is Colorado. Are you guaranteeing me that my ball's going to pick up those extra 6,000 yards somewhere?
10%.
10% sure?
Yeah. What's 10% of 6,000? 6,000.
Yeah, 600. Yeah,
Yeah.
600.
Mm-hmm.
I might be okay, Biggs.
Yeah.
I might. That's the key word. Well, we're hoping Nick and our other partner is going to pick us up.
Well, we better start drinking then, hoping.
Are you kidding? You know how many times he said ideally today? I'm almost drunk.
Drink. But I say ideally. He says absolutely.
I say absolutely as well.
He says ideally. I say Tito's.
There you go. Absolutely. See?
That's the new drink game.
That's my safe word.
Okay.
Yes,
Tito's.
Tito's.
Yes.
Everybody needs a safe word.
Absolutely. The course. Is it one course? How many?
We have 2 golf courses here. We have the East Course and the West Course. The East Course we were fortunate enough to host the 2018 U.S. Senior Open on last year. And the Senior Open will be coming back here in 2025.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yes.
That tour is they got some amazing players joining it every year.
Absolutely.
Our friend Steve Hopkins, he was just up in Seattle doing their tour.
Right.
So and there's a lot of them that do the Foes of Honor that are on that tour.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see a lot of the bags that you saw earlier today, the Foes of Honor bags.
Yep.
They'll be represented. I believe there's 12 or 13, right?
Yeah.
Like 12 or 13 of them that are playing on that tour that will have
Very
the bag.
nice, very
I know they
nice.
just put John Daly, too. They made an announcement that John Daly will be part of the Foes of Honor team as well. But he's playing on the PGA Tour as opposed to the other guys playing.
He's also playing on the Senior Tour.
Oh, so he did go. Oh, wow. So,
He's playing selective PGA Tour events. Okay. And when I talk to him, he's like majority of his tournament play will be on the Senior Tour.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
Well, they're going to be attacking Broadmoor because I see them playing here still.
Mm-hmm.
In 5 years, John Day is going to. And I'm wondering when Tiger's going to jump in.
He's not even at. He's
saying.
only in his 40s.
I know, but when he gets old, he's going to eat that tournament up.
We'll see. There's a lot of stiff competition.
Shane's looking at me like, I don't know.
I'm a huge fan of Tiger, but there's a lot of good players on these tours nowadays.
Now, Shane, do you have like hints for me when I'm going to go up here and
which course are we playing on?
You're playing the West today. The West is the more scenic. It is a little tighter off the tee. which I'm sure you gentlemen with your looks on your faces right now are extremely happy about.
Yes,
Yes, we are very happy.
we love tight fairways.
Yes.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we go, and let's just say, for argument's sake, we don't hit it in the fairway, once or twice, and get it in the rough. What are we going to be expecting when we get into that rough?
Depends on how far into the rough.
Uh-oh.
We have woods and trees and stuff like that we got to worry about.
The west course is very tight. And, I mean, for the east course, it's not nearly as tight, but there's still rough out there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But the west course, when I already say it's tight, if you're more than, on a few selective holes, if you're more than 25 yards off the fairway, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Searching for balls, and you could be searching for an hour and
Poor
still
Billy.
not finding them.
Poor Billy.
What do you mean?
Because we know how you hook that thing right.
You calling me a hooker?
Oh, yeah, I'm calling you a hooker.
I'm not a hooker.
A cheap one, too.
That's, okay. I'm not going to argue.
Just strengthen your left-hand grip.
Yes. You heard that? He gave me advice, Ray. Strengthen your left-hand grip. So if I'm hooking, which I often do, I'm going to tighten my left-hand grip.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to tighten my left hand. I'll let you know how bad it worked, or I'll give you the update when we make the turn or whatever when we see you later today.
Signature hole on the course we're playing.
Signature hole in the course you're playing, number 18.
Number 18?
Yes. Whenever you're standing on the tee box, it's an ending par 5. Whenever you're standing on the tee box, you have the entire resort that you're looking over right there.
Oh, wow.
Straight down the fairway, you have a bunker on your right, 2 bunkers on the left-hand side. It's a longer par 5, and then you make a little right-hand bend. And you'll have a patch of trees on your right-hand side, as well as a little tiny creek running about 100 yards short of the green. So it's a beautiful hole.
Your favorite hole?
My favorite hole would probably be number 10. That's another par 5. Very tight off the fairway. But so you have an uphill tee shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty blind, actually. You don't want to lose it right, but you don't want to go too far left either. And then you have... It dips down probably about 100 feet or so, and then goes back up to the green. That's a beautiful hole, surrounded by trees the whole way. But once you get on number 10 green, look out, look back over the hole. You get a view of the entire city of Colorado Springs.
Wow.
Well, that's
10
the
and
highest
18.
point. Yes.
10 and 18 on our
10
course,
18.
on the course we're playing.
Yep, so we got to take pictures.
Oh,
Yes.
also
Yeah,
look
sure.
at number 9 as well. Number 9, you have the back mountain background behind the hole, and it's a par 3 with water in front.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yes.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to that.
I'm glad I brought a lot of balls.
I just stocked up with an extra dozen of Encore golf balls.
Encores.
The elixirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
more with
Okay.
Encore. Have you tried them?
I have not.
You haven't?
I
No,
have
I'll
not.
give you a sleeve so you can try.
Another company that supports the Folds of Honor.
Okay,
Yes.
very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So they did Folds of Honor balls for several of the chapters that they do. So we've been playing with them for a while.
Very nice.
He plays the Avant. I play the Elixir, which
Okay.
is the one you'd probably play. It's the Tour one.
Yes.
So I'll
Yes.
give you a sleeve so you can tell me how you like it.
Okay,
Now,
perfect.
I'm not guaranteeing you're going to hit the fairway.
Neither
just
am I.
Yeah, just making sure. So what do you play to? 2, 3?
I mean, I play.
Are you scratch?
Very seldomly.
Okay, but
Actually,
when you do,
when I do, I'd say right around a 3 is what I'd play
right around
to.
3.
Mhm.
I'm a scratch golfer. I tell people that all the time.
Okay, good.
I scratch my head after every shot.
I was going
I'm
to
like,
say,
what did I do? Where did
Mhm.
it go? And it's like I need those balls, and I think Encore is going to have them. They got the chips where I can find my ball, so I won't lose them.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah. You were confusing me for a second
Yeah,
there. We were talking about you being a hooker, and then you were saying you were a scratch golfer. It was very confusing for a second.
Yeah, I confuse people a lot. I can't help myself.
Ideally, he does a lot.
Well, when we were talking yesterday, people were saying that Big John Vic was the good-looking one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I
they
agree
were
with
saying,
that,
oh,
though.
Big John's the good-looking. He's the face of the radio. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Just smile and nod.
I just smile. Like, yeah. Yes, that's what I say. If you believe that, yeah, I got a bridge to sell you in New York.
Then we get in the car, and he's like, who's the good-looking one, right?
You do know
In
that,
private,
right?
right.
in private, I let him get the accolades for that one particular moment.
Of
and I was
course.
like, dude,
And then he brings me back down to reality.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
well, I mean, it boosts him. You know
Yes,
what I mean? And
yes.
that's what it's about, picking him up so when I drop him,
Mhm.
it goes a lot farther.
That's what partnerships are
That's
all about.
what it's all about.
Yes.
Let's talk about the other amenities that you guys here have at the Broadmoor. And
Okay.
what I like about what you guys, your little logo,
Yes.
is so you have the Broadmoor, but you have the A very small.
Yes, yes.
And that is phenomenal. That's a real eye-catching.
It is. It is. There's a funny story behind that. It's I would say that it's not true, but nobody really knows for sure. So,
typo?
No, it's not a typo. It's not a typo. It's actually for copyright purposes. So we have the Broadmoor streets out in Colorado Springs. We have the Broadmoor Shopping Center, which all don't have the little A. So this is really just to differentiate ourselves from everybody else.
Nice.
So,
the other amenities that you have, I mean, we're right now broadcasting in between the tennis courts and the golf carts here. These tennis courts are in phenomenal shape. So those that want to come to the resort and stay here at the resort, you have a lot to offer, don't you, besides that spa?
We do. We have tennis courts. We have pickleball courts. All have been resurfaced. As I'm sure a lot of people are aware, we had a massive hailstorm move through here last year.
Yes.
So we had to redo all the tennis courts. Golf course is looking phenomenal. It's recovered well from that. And then we also have hiking, zip lining, horseback riding even, and Jeep tour rides, all sorts of great, phenomenal activities that we can offer here at the Broadmoor.
Awesome. And how can people find out more information about what you do offer here at the Broadmoor?
Go on to our website at the Broadmoor. It has rooming pricing, and even if you aren't much of a computer person yourself, give us a call. Give our reservations department a call. They will be more than happy to talk to you about everything we have available, and they will talk to you for 2 hours if you'd like. There is no limit to our time for our guests.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Shane Miller. We appreciate you being here.
Of course.
And we're looking forward to, well, we're not looking forward to tearing up the golf course, but we're still looking forward to being out there. So.
Speak for yourself. I might be tearing it up with anger if I don't hit that fairway.
Well, once again, thank you all so much for being partners of the Broadmoor Golf Club. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for hosting us. We appreciate it.
And thank you for the support for the Folds of Honor. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, gentlemen.
More Bigg's Golf Talk as Bill the GolfFather Cuebas and Big John Vick close out the show when we come back right after this.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out BackswingGolfEvents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The Caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Hey, this is Boxer Shorts, and I've got some big news. Bigg's Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. You can download their app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Bigg's Golf Talk. And make sure while you're there that you favorite us so that you'll know when we're on. Join all the other millions of listeners on iHeartRadio and listen to Bigg's Golf Talk. We're the best. Right.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here live in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the Broadmoor Country Club Resort. And we're here with the Folds of Honor Colorado Patriots. Patriot Golf Day, Labor Day weekend. Bill the GolfFather Cuebas, we're at the end of the show. But a lot of people to thank for having us out here. Steve Smith, the volunteers, the Broadmoor, and Cheyenne Mountain Resort.
And you have to sit, look at, she's waving. How about me? What about me?
You got to give a big shout to Suzanne.
Suzanne. Woo!
Absolutely.
I heard she picked the menu last night. Yeah.
she did.
Yeah,
it was delicious.
Yes, it was.
It was delicious.
It was good.
Billy, what is next for Bigg's Golf Talk?
Myrtle Beach, right?
Yes, it is.
We're heading to Myrtle Beach.
We're going to Myrtle. We're going to Myrtle. Yes, we are.
Tita's USGC National Challenge, right? We're going to have 16 people who are going to be for their groups, for their, I guess, age.
Trying to qualify and make Team USA. And they're going to go to Ireland to defend the International Kings Cup.
Do you think they'll let us be snuck in by going in somebody's golf bag?
Yeah, I think so.
They could use ship sticks and ship us
Well,
there.
for me, they need a big old trunk.
Yeah, but
the one of those big old, maybe I could fit into somebody's musical trunk or something like that.
Yeah,
kind of hop a ride with a band or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Yeah,
we'll figure out. We'll just ship you in a crate. We'll do holes.
Yeah,
and we'll ship you in a crate. That's all. We'll get.
And you know what? And here's the thing. So if they ship me in a crate, I could just imagine Billy's just saying this side up and doing the opposite side and have them put me on the top of my head.
I would.
You would.
I would.
I know you would.
I would.
Yeah,
absolutely. And make sure that it's nice and tight.
Ideally.
Absolutely. That's my word. Stop using it.
A big special thank you to Steve Smith and his staff. Thank you so much, Steve, for having us out here in Colorado. Right after Myrtle Beach, we will fly from Myrtle Beach to New Mexico.
Yes.
And we will be doing a live show from their event as well. Uh-oh.
Wait. They don't wear clothes in New Mexico? What do you know about that, Steve? I'm trying to figure out. Well, I want to know, too, because I'm going there. I don't want to be like people walking around with no clothes.
I told you, it's a family. We know.
Okay. Well, at that particular
I guess
case.
so. If that's what you meant by family. All right. Hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today here on iHeartRadio and on Spotify, and everybody that checked in on the chat. And I want to thank all our guests from today. Don't forget to check out Corey White.
Corey Kent White.
Yep, Corey Kent White, and he's Corey Kent Official.
Yep.
On .com. So
check out that in addition to our CDs and everything else, that shirt is beautiful. The one that supports the Folds of Honor.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Billy.
Yep.
Let's go play golf.
Let's go. We're ready to take off, Biggs.
For Bill the GolfFather Cuebas, for Amanda Robertson, the Golf Diva, I'm Big John Vick. This has been Bigg's Golf Talk live in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week right here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Good golfing, and
you matter.
It's Saturday morning. We're gonna play golf. The wife is moaning. We're gonna play golf. The kids are all screaming like someone's gonna die. The grass needs mowing, it's 2 feet high. But the boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Golf course, here I come. Play golf. It'll turn you lazy. Play golf. It'll make you crazy. Something strange happens to your brain when you take a big swing at that little white ball. It don't matter if we win or lose. Even birdie par and double bogey too. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Nice shot, Arnold. In-laws are coming over. We're gonna play golf. The It'll